What's going on, man? We back with another video, dog. Before we do us anything else, all praise to the Most High. Today we have what your concealed carry says about you. Now, personally, let's see. Hold on. Let's see if he got what I got. He doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, he got different guns. I thought he was doing calibers. Personally, I carry a 357 SIG and a 9mm. If that 9 don't get you, that 357 will. I promise you. I promise you. You and your little dog too. Let's get right into it.
Listen, your concealed carry says more about you than your haircut, your Spotify Wrapped, and that bumper sticker you peeled off after your last breakup. Whether you're packing polymer, wheel gun nostalgia, or something that looks like...
Is you good? Who pissed in your Cheerios? You ain't had to come out the gate talking and shit. All right,
fell out of a cereal box. Trust me, we see you. This ain't just about firepower, it's about personality, and some of y'all are carrying red flags with trigger guards. Let's find out what your EDC really says when it's talking behind your back.
Facts.
Glock 43X is a sweatpants and concealed carry.
Anybody that carry a Glock 43X, Glock 26, Glock 43, Glock 30, Glock anything that's smaller than my damn Elgato, I can't stand you. I just can't. I can't. I don't care. I can't stand you unless you're a female. If you're a female, all right. Grown man carrying a Glock this little, I hope your wrist hurt. I don't know. I hope you get arthritis in the pinky finger or something. I don't.
Comfortable, safe, and yes, everybody and their gun-shy cousin owns one. If this is your EDC, you're either a die-hard minimalist or you just walked into a gun shop, pointed at the display, and said, I'll take the one everyone else has. And hey,
pretty much,
no
exactly.
Judgment, I mean, it works. Now, to be fair, the 43X is a good little workhorse. Slim frame, 10+1 capacity, easy to conceal under your Don't Tread on Me hoodie. It's got the same Glock DNA that makes it run whether you're carrying appendix or ankle deep in mud. But let's be real, you didn't pick this for the innovation. You picked it because the YouTube guy with a beard said it was flawless. You probably quote Glock perfection unironically and think stippling is a personality trait. Meanwhile, your trigger press is fine, your grip's solid, and your entire carry setup screams, I like my risk managed and my aesthetics neutral. You drive a silver Camry, your range bag is neatly labeled, and you definitely say EDC out loud in casual conversation. And yet, we respect it. You don't carry for clout, you carry for click, bang, done. May not be flashy, but it's loyal.
It gets the job done.
You have flirted with the idea of switching to a SIG, then you remembered your Glock's still easier to clean than your kitchen counter. Speaking of, let's talk about the SIG Sauer P365, a micro compact that launched 1,000 Reddit threads and convinced Glock guys to cheat on perfection. This is for the shooter who wants to stand out, but only slightly. You still want reliability, you also want to feel a little special when you open your waistband. The P365 gives you 10+1 standard, and with the 12
maybe I gotta see
mags,
these in person.
It starts feeling downright frothy.
And pay attention
Trigger's
to them.
got crisp break. The grip feels tailor-fit for actual human hands, and the sights don't make you question your vision. Basically, it's a carry gun equivalent of a well-filtered gym selfie.
I don't like
Looks
it.
good, runs clean, and still makes people scroll back.
I don't like
let's
it.
be honest, you think you're not Glock people anymore, but
You
you
are.
still whisper Glock reliability to
Fact.
yourself before bed. The
I don't like it.
P365 crew loves their gun, but deep down they just want it to not be basic while still being safe.
Yeah.
You want the flair without the Glock guy baggage. It's given, I used to date Taurus, but I'm in therapy now. You've watched every YouTube comparison, have opinions.
You got what you got to say? You got something you want to say? You got something you want to say? I feel like who you. This sounds personal. Is this personal? Just say it's personal. Just say who broke your heart, motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
Striker geometry, and you pretend you don't refresh P365 XL Me.
You want to know something crazy though? Somebody did go to therapy. All right.
During staff meetings. The truth is, you wanted compact, high capacity, and cool guy energy without lugging a duty pistol in your jeans. And the P365 just says, I got you, boo. So congrats. You're different, just like everyone else with a P365.
Yay!
You carry a 38 special snub nose, and you don't just own it, you live it. This gun
That's
ain't
my
just
mother.
about self-defense, it's
My
about
mama
that
bust
dark
your ass
hero
down the
energy.
too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Whether you're
That lady
ex-military,
crazy.
detective, just really nostalgic for noir films, carrying a 38 says, I don't need your newfangled slide guns, I got style and sauce. And let's talk practicality. It's simple, no safeties, no jam slides, just a clean pull and bang. That's what she said. 5 or 6 rounds, okay, depending on the cylinder, and that signature crack when it goes off, man, you could miss your target entirely and still win the fight through sheer noise intimidation. If you carry a 38,
Yeah.
your backup plan is volume.
Yeah.
It's not about capacity, it's about attitude.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Them hoes loud. Loud. I'm talking about for what? I don't know. The bullet's little. Why is it so loud?
You reload slowly because you meant to. You don't carry a speed loader, you carry trauma.
I think that's the exact one of my.
You say
No,
things
it ain't.
like, if I gotta shoot more than 5 times, I'm already dead, which
Yeah.
is both tough and honestly slightly alarming. This revolver has old school cool written all over it. You definitely told someone it's what the detectives used, whether or not that was relevant. And you've also said, I don't trust plastic while scrolling memes on your very iPhone. Bottom line, if you carry a 38 special, you're either about to break up a bar fight or start one. And either way, we're here for it. If you're
Tight
carrying
shit.
the Springfield Hellcat Pro, you're the guy who insists the off-brand cereal tastes just as good as the real
Facts.
thing.
Thank you.
Silently
Somebody
crying
finally
into your
said it.
bowl of Tostios.
Somebody
You
finally
told
said it.
everyone
I remember somebody was telling me about the Springfield Hellcat for the longest. I want one. Just get a Glock, man. What's the difference at this point? What is the difference? So what? What do you? Oh, it got a sight on it. Oh, it got. Who cares? You know what?
Listen that it's better than the P365, but deep down you know that trigger feels like dragging a plastic spoon through lukewarm pudding. It's all grit, no crisp, and every press is a full body commitment. Now, to be fair, you wanted to be different. You saw the crowd of SIG owners and thought, nah, I'm built different than that. And Springfield almost had you. The Hellcat Pro comes in an optics-ready flex, decent capacity at 15+1, and a rail that says I could be tactical someday. On paper, it's got all the spec that you'd brag about in a YouTube comment war. But the real world hits different. You go to a range, fire a few rounds, and that trigger reminds you of the time used to hotel gym treadmill. Ugh. Clunky, disappointing, and somehow made you regret the entire experience. The gun group's well enough and never quite as sharp or snappy as you want it to be, and no matter how much you mod it, it just never feels like home. You're not a bad person, you're just a person who wanted a spicy P365 and ended up in a relationship with a gun that ghosted your expectations right after the honeymoon phase. Keep carrying it, keep defending it, but maybe stop trying to sell it to your friends. I mean, we know you're hurting. I know you're hurting.
I don't want
this gun. If the M&P
I don't know who you know who won, but that's very I don't want it. If you watching this video and you got that gun and you tried to sell it to me, or if you're trying, I don't want it. I don't want that little small baby hand piece of.
Shield Plus is your carry gun. You probably eat fiber regularly, have excellent credit, and know how to rotate your tires. You didn't buy this gun to impress anybody. You bought it because you did research, ignored the internet drama, and wanted something that just works. And that is exactly what the Shield Plus does. It just works. 10+1 rounds, a trigger that finally feels like a Smith & Wesson gave it some therapy, and ergonomics that make it feel like the gun wants to be there. You show up at the range, shoot well, and quietly nod while everyone else argues about red dot footprints and stippling patterns. You ain't in this for the clout, you're in it for the reliability, practicality, peace of mind. You know the Shield Plus ain't sexy, but it is dependable, and that's pretty hot in its own way. You probably also bring snacks to training classes and offer extra foam earplugs like a legend. But yeah, nobody ever asks you to see your carry piece. Nobody posts your Shield Plus on r/gun porn. You don't start conversations with it. You end up.
I thought you can't say that word on
calm
YouTube.
Confidence in an organized range bag. Walther PDP owners are the gun world's equivalent of people who drink only craft beer and insist it's just
I ain't gonna lie, I
better.
kinda like it.
You didn't buy a pistol, you just bought refined ergonomics, performance duty pedigree, and something that feels like it belongs in a John Wick sequel, if Wick ever settled down and started teaching pistol classes at the local YMCA. You walked into the store, fondled that grip texture like it was artisanal sourdough, and whispered, "Perfection is overrated." You don't trust Glocks because they're too basic, and you say the word ergonomics like it's your safe word. Let's be honest. PDP owners are accuracy snobs. You'll casually drop that you shoot tighter groups than your instructor, and your gun is always cleaner than your conscience. But while you're flexing about the super terrain serrations like you trademarked them yourself, we all know deep down you're still mad nobody at the range knows what a PDP even is. You're the guy who runs a red dot and swears by its co-witness, but only hits steel when no one's watching. Your mag dumps are smooth, your transitions are crisp, and yet you still have to explain for the 5th time, no, it's not a canic. And credit where credit is due.
It do look like a cannon. It do look like a cannon.
But
Dad,
don't
that's
stop your
dope.
buddies from calling it the hipster Glock behind your back.
Nah.
European, overhyped, and somehow
It's a bootleg cannon. You got it from Bookie.
At the same time. Still, you rep that PDP with pride. You're not like the other gun owners. You're tactical but thoughtful, aggressive but aesthetically conscious. And when it's your turn to defend the comments section from other just get a Glock comments, well, you pull out that 15+1 round mag and say, "Come at me, peasant." Let me guess, you watched GoldenEye in '95 and haven't emotionally moved on. Beretta 3032 Tomcat is your carry gun. You're not here to win firefights. You're here to flex. This thing is small, shiny, and stylish. Kind of gun you carry when you want to feel dangerous, but also own an espresso.
That's a gun. I wouldn't even give my grandma that gun. What the hell? I wouldn't even give my grandma that gun. Ew.
Espresso machine and know how to pronounce Bergoisi? Anyways, chambered in 32 ACP, the Tomcat ain't gonna stop a charging rhino. Heck, it might not even stop an angry possum. But you didn't choose this gun for its ballistics, no sir. You chose it because it fits in your pocket next to your lip balm and secrets. No ma'am. There we go. And let's be honest, you love the flip-up barrel. It's quirky, it's different, and it's pop-up headlights and concealed carry. You show it off at the range the way people show off vintage Zippos. Oh, you carry a Glock? That's cute. Watch this.
Look at this.
It's not practical. No. Is it reliable, though? Kind of. I mean, does it make you feel like you're cosplaying as a Cold War courier, smuggling intel in your
How many bullets do it hold?
That's so darn loose.
I ain't even look at it.
Beretta Tomcat ain't for people who want to win a gunfight. It's for the people who want to look interesting while carrying something they can actually shoot with 2 fingers. And honestly, that's a power move. Even if the 32 ACP round is just slightly spicier than harsh language. If your EDC is a Kel-Tec P32 or P3AT, then you are the spiritual cousin of someone who proudly eats gas station sushi and calls it underrated. You didn't buy this gun because it was good, you bought it because it was there, it was cheap, it was small, and you said, well, it goes pew, and then you handed over your crumpled bills without blinking. Let's be real, these things are notorious for being temperamental. They jam if the ammo's wrong, if the stars aren't aligned, or if you look at them funny, but you'll still defend yours in every Facebook gun group like it's a loyal dog that
you funny, bro. I like you.
You say, well, it's better than nothing, with the kind of confidence that usually is reserved.
I think I'd rather have a high point. No, I won't.
For bad tattoos and conspiracy forums, but hey, you probably got it shoved in a pocket holster.
I'ma just go out naked. I don't even need a gun.
Laundry day. That's the magic. It's tiny, lightweight, and looks like something you'd win out of a claw machine. But hey, it fits your needs. Budget carry, zero printing, and high-stakes gambling with reliability. Your standards ain't just low, they're subterranean. You like it that way. You're not here for flawless triggers or smooth cycling. You're here.
You're the type of dude to be like, when I pull this motherfucker out, he gonna run. When I pull it out, he gonna run. I ain't even got to use it because he gonna run.
For chaos
Look at my
ass.
ass.
Desert Eagle for concealed carry, the sci-fi canon, and your Chiro's retirement plan. If you're carrying a Desert Eagle for CCW, you're not into self-defense, you're into theatrics. You want to draw your gun and have everyone stop what they're doing like you just pulled out Thor's hammer. You live for drama. The weight, the sheer absurdity of holstering a gun that's roughly the size of a smart car engine block, and this ain't just a defensive weapon, people, it's a statement piece. Your carry style is less concealed and more LARPing as a mob boss. You walk into a room with your pants sag half an inch from the sheer gravitational force of your loadout. You call it American engineering, and everyone else calls it completely unnecessary. But let's not forget, this thing fires 50 caliber AE. That's enough recoil to dislocate your sense of reality.
Facts.
Your appendix carry is turned into a permanent back pain. You got chiropractors on speed dial and a lower back brace.
Exactly. It's
And
like
when
you
someone
holding a
dares to
titty and
question
need a
your
breast.
decision, you don't explain. You just
Like you holding a baby and need a breast
reduction.
reduction.
Grip show, like it's a movie teaser. Deep down, you know it's impractical, but that was never the point, was it? The point is power. You don't care for readiness, you care for supremacy. Ah, yes, the Derringer. This is your concealed carry. You're either a historical reenactor or someone who peaked during a saloon brawl in a past life. This ain't a gun, it's a museum piece. It is wildly outdated. Pocket-sized ticket to overconfidence and underperformance. You believe in simplicity, though, which is pretty cool. Except your gun only holds 2 rounds, has no real sights, and takes roughly a week to reload.
Facts.
You call it old school, but what you mean is dramatically under-equipped. You probably tell people it's all you need and then immediately start looking nervous when someone mentions follow-up shots. But you do draw it with flair. You shoot it like it's a secret handshake, but deep down even you know this thing is a range toy that somehow ended up in your waistband.
And
It's
your
small
pocket.
and stylish and has all the stopping power of a firm handshake. If you're carrying a Derringer, you're not trying to win a fight though, you're trying to make a point in 1857.
Facts.
It's not practical, alright, and it ain't tactical,
Eh.
quit pretending, just pure theater. And somehow, listen, you're proud of that. Let's talk about the Canik TP9 Elite SC. If you carry this gun, you're the kind of person who walked into the shop, saw a price tag under $400 and said, "This looks like it comes with dreams, a holster, and daddy issues. I'm in." Canik owners have main character syndrome, but on a budget. You ain't buying a pistol, you're buying a lifestyle. One that includes calling it the best Glock.
Hey, hold on. This is very... Nah, you attack my partner's a Canik owner, and you attacking his character, even though it's accurate. I don't like it.
Holster and daddy issues.
I say it
I'm
again.
in. Canik owners have main character syndrome, but on a budget. You ain't buying a pistol, you're buying a lifestyle. One that includes calling it the best Glock alternative, while conveniently forgetting your optic plate fits absolutely nothing, and your
Facts.
holster options are 3 and a prayer. You love to brag about how it came with a holster in the box, like it's a feature and not just a cry for help. And that holster, though, well, that thing feels like it was molded out of recycled Pringled lids, but listen, you rock it anyway because value, baby. It don't get us started on the trigger. Canik fans will bring up that trigger before they even tell you their name. Oh, hey, I'm Dave, and this trigger's better than a Walther. Calm down, Dave. You're shooting paper at 7 yards and missing center mass because your red dot won't stay zeroed in on that bargain bin mount. But here's the thing. It is a decent gun. It runs. It's comfy. It's accurate enough, but there's a reason every Canik thread ends online with someone saying, "It's great for the price." That's not a compliment, folks. That's a warning label. You're not wrong for carrying it, but you are bold. Carrying a Canik SC is basically saying, I want performance, but I also don't want to explain to my wife why I spent $800 on a SIG.
Yo, I don't like how accurate he is with these, dude. Like, you ain't said nothing to offend me, cause you ain't said nothing that I carry yet. But yo, you a little too accurate with these. How many people with guns do you know? What's going on? I'm starting to get scared a little bit, cause what you say about me might be true, and I don't like that.
And we respect that. Kinda. Carry on, Tactical King. Just maybe don't tap out of every conversation with, well, actually, it comes with a holster. Let's talk about the Raven 25
I ain't
caliber.
never
AC.
heard of it.
No one chooses this gun. You inherit it from a glove box in a 1996 Buick next to a crusty Taco Bell receipt and a bottle of expired Advil.
Facts.
This gun didn't come with a manual.
like
It came
old-
with bad decisions, that weird smell your uncle's truck always had.
Yeah,
Raven is
with
what
a hole in
happens
the
when you
floor.
tell a factory to make a pistol out of leftover parts and broken dreams. It's cheap, underpowered, and built out of something you're pretty sure is pot metal and spite.
It looked like a
it
toy
still
High
gets
Point.
carried. Why? Because it technically works, sometimes. Listen, it holds a few rounds of 25 ACP, which is basically the ballistic equivalent of being flicked really hard.
Yeah.
It'll shoot, it'll fire, if the moon is full and you've said 3 kind words to it beforehand. And even then, you're not sure if it's the bullet or the slide that's going to come out first. But you didn't choose this life, you found this gun.
bro.
Maybe it found you. in a drawer or a pawn shop. Maybe the pocket of a guy who said, "I got this from a guy."
Nah, you found it in the back alley, in a dumpster, in a paper bag with 3 bullets left in it, and you ain't never figure out where to get no more. That's what happened. I feel
You
like
carry it because it's all you got. Because you're too stubborn to admit that
exactly.
it's time to upgrade. But hey, we salute your chaos. Because carrying a Raven means every time you go out, you're rolling the dice on destiny.
Like a high point,
$99
but
relic
the reverse is like a low point.
That's a bold move, legend. Bold move. If you're tucking a 1911 under your flannel, first of all, respect. Second of all, you're probably carrying with the kind of conviction usually reserved for street preachers and open carry guys at Home Depot. The 1911 ain't a gun, it's a statement. Chrome-plated 40-ounce sermon in God's caliber, designed by Gun Jesus. This thing's been around since the Roosevelt administration, and no, not the Teddy one. Though you'd probably carry it on horseback if open carry on a steed was legal. I mean, it's got heritage, it's got history, and the kind of ergonomics that scream designed by a dude who wore suspenders and invented gung fu in his spare time. You carry it because you still believe in justice, liberty, and the American way. You say things like stopping power unironically and probably named your gun Old Reliable, even though it stovepipes more than a depressed Keurig. You got 8 rounds.
And you still say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning when you wake up before you go to work.
Ripping for a slow motion montage. You don't need a red dot. You don't need a light. You need truth and a solid thumb safety. You say Glocks are for people who don't respect craftsmanship while polishing your 1911 with a rag made from your grandfather's war stories. Modern guns are too plastic. You want that metal-on-metal religious energy. And let's not forget, if you ever do need to use it, even if you miss, the sound alone will send the threat into another timeline. So, you're out here carrying a Ruger LCP Max, huh? Congrats! You're voluntarily signed up for concealed carry hard mode. This is the kind of pistol that fits in your change pocket, punches your palm like it owes you money, and still gets carried every single day because, well, bottom line's convenience. Let's not lie here, Ruger did something wild. They crammed 10+1 rounds into a gun roughly the size of a Jolly Rancher and called it micro-compact. And yeah, it works, but it also hurts. You know that recoil slap? That's Ruger's way of making sure you feel something in your otherwise emotionally numb routine. You carry it because it's always there. Always. You can forget your wallet, your keys, your dignity alone, but
you got your gun.
Max is still right there in your front pocket.
You got your gun, though.
Yeah. You don't shoot it very often, not because it's unreliable, but because every mag dump feels like it's palm day at the gym. If your hands are small, this gun feels great. So if you're a squirrel, you're fine. But listen, if your hands are large, it feels like trying to type on an Apple Watch while getting tased. You own it for convenience, not comfort, and you'll defend it on Reddit with the passion of someone who's been personally victimized by slide bite but learned to like it. You masochist. You say things like, it's not fun, but it'll get the job done. At 7 feet, it's deadly. You also say, that's realistic self-defense distance, which is true, but also suspiciously specific. Let's talk about you James Bond wannabe types. You with a Liberty pen gun tucked in your shirt pocket, ready to deliver justice and just enough velocity to dent drywall. This ain't a gun, it's an idea, a dream, a Cold War fever fantasy built into something that looks like it should come with ink refills. It is a single-shot covert carry relic that probably made sense during the Cuban Missile Crisis, but now lives in your EDC rotation for vibe purposes only. You carry this thing because deep down you're convinced there's a Russian sleeper cell hidden in aisle 7 at Walmart. You fantasize about deploying it with dramatic flair, unscrewing the cap, flipping your collar, and saving the day, while everyone else has already done calling 911. This gun ain't about stopping a threat, it's about delusion with flavor. One shot, maybe. No sights, no reliability, just you, your trench coat, and a very confused mugger wondering if you're trying to autograph him. Let's be clear, nobody needs this gun. Not you, not the Secret Service, not Q, but do you carry it anyway? Of course you do, because somewhere between logic and lore, you decided style wins. And who are we to ruin your spy alarm? Ah, yes, the CZ P10.
CZs, I ain't forgetting about CZs.
One thing loud and clear, you crave Glock performance, but refuse to be seen with one out of sheer principle. You're not just a gun owner, you're a contrarian with taste.
You're a lame,
Passed
that's
the
what you are.
blocks, scoffed at the SIGs and side-eyed the Walthers and said, no, I want something obscure enough to start arguments online. And boom, there it was. The CZ-P10C. Angular, edgy, slightly misunderstood, just like you. You tell people you picked it for the trigger, but let's be real, you picked it because it looks cool and nobody else at your range owns one. You say things like underrated, sleeper pick, and check engineering, while conveniently ignoring the fact that the aftermarket is as barren as your Instagram following. You flex that it's optics ready, but haven't bought the optic. Say it shoots flatter than a Glock, and maybe it does, but you still spend half your range time explaining what gun it's not. And let's not forget, you swear it's the best polymer striker-fired pistol on the market, while still checking Reddit weekly for rumors about the mythical Gen 3 P10 that fixes that one annoying thing you won't admit exists. But hey, it's accurate, it's reliable, and it's got that I don't follow trends, I set 'em vibe. You're the gun hipster, just enough logic to justify your choices, so keep carrying that check sleeper. Just don't act surprised when someone asks if it's a Canic. Oh,
God.
Taurus PT709 Slim. If this is your concealed carry choice, it says one thing real loud. You've been hurt before. You've been hurt before. Emotionally, mechanically, financially. And now you're here with this slim single stack pistol telling yourself this time it's going to be different. The 709 Slim was supposed to be the Taurus we swear it's good now moment. Slim profile, decent trigger, no weird safeties, and that sweet spot price tag. You saw it on sale, maybe on clearance, and maybe it was in the dusty box behind the counter and you said, I can fix it, I swear. But deep down, you know this thing is held together by hope, stubbornness, and the occasional mid-range ammo brand that maybe it likes. You've had feed issues, you've had extraction issues, and you've had trust issues, but yet, you carry on. You clean it weekly like it's your emotional support gun. You shoot it monthly, praying it doesn't embarrass you, and you've typed, is the PT709 reliable now, into Google more times than you've said I love you. But hang on, because it does fit great. It's comfy, it's affordable, and when it works, it really works. It's just, you never really know. Like dating someone who's hot, but maybe also on the run from multiple unpaid parking tickets. You're not wrong for carrying it, you're just braver than the rest of us. Good luck, King. Carry on.
Good luck,
carry
King.
a backup just in case.
Thanks.
Well, listen, folks, whether you're packing a steel frame sermon, a pocket-sized panic button, or a Cold War fever dream with a trigger, just know your concealed carry says a whole lot more than you think. Some of y'all carry confidence, some of y'all carry trauma, and some of y'all are one stovepipe away from enlightenment. So, if this roasted your EDC or maybe your ego, do the honorable thing. Smash that like button, subscribe for more tactical truth bombs, and drop your carry gun in the comments so we can judge it lovingly, but publicly.
Yo, you crazy. Hey, this dude crazy as hell. I like bro. Yeah, he funny, bro. That's gonna do it for this video. He didn't say nothing about no EDC that I carried. I carry a Glock 19 and a Glock 32, and both of them got extended mags on them. Leave me alone. Yeah. Black Air Force energy. You know what I'm saying? Shiesty man's energy. Anyway, pick your EDC wisely. Practice with your EDC, because without the practice, you might as well throw a rock at somebody and run. Other than that, eat fruit, get you some paper, and chase your dreams and whatnot. Catch y'all in the next one.